Hey everybody, it's Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. How you doing? Um, I hope you're doing good today. Come on in and sit with me for a while. If you're watching me in the morning, share your morning coffee with me. If you're watching me right after that, share whatever you're eating or drinking and just come on in and join me. Welcome back to my subscribers. Welcome back to anybody new. Um, I was sitting here watching a video by Ambi from Ambi Crafts Reads, which was her Tag It Tuesday for last week. I don't think she had one for this week. Knowing that I knew that I was tagged in it, and I knew that I wanted to do the tags today. So that is what I'm here for. Let me read the last on this. I want to make sure I ended this row right. You know, doing black, you don't always catch all the crocheting with black, I should say, you do not always catch all of the stitches, and I wanted to make sure that I ended correctly across single. Okay, yep, I did. I did not have to follow the repeat all the way to the end. I just needed to make sure that the last one is a single crochet. There we go. Yes. I was getting a couple rows in on this square while watching Ambi. Um, like I said, I was tagged in one of her videos, and I wanted to come on there and do it. I wanted to come in and show you. I got a bag from Mary Maxim. I called them and talked to their customer service the other day, and they said, well, we think that they'll send something out, but expect to talk to a manager tomorrow, and they took my number, and I never heard anything, and that showed up today. So I did get an email that I almost missed saying that something had been sent. So I just figured they weren't calling me, they were just sending. I have a feeling it's just a replacement yarn, but you never know if they put something else in it. Who knows? So let's open it and see what's in there, and we're gonna be surprised by which cotton yarn it is anyway. So we'll open that in a minute, and I'm going to tell you about something else that is very important to me. And yeah, but let's do this tag first, okay? So this is, let me pull up the questions here. La, 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 la. I put it on my phone and now I'm not finding it, of course. That is my life. Disney movie tag. I did want to see who she originally got it from. I've never seen this woman before. I can't remember her name. So I was tagged by Ambi. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to find the original tagger, you can go to Ambi's and find the link on her channel. But the person, I think it looks like her channel is all about Walt Disney, which I guess explains why this is a Disney movie tag. I did write some things on the back of this while I was watching her, and it's funny. Ambi and I have a lot of some of the same answers. So, question 1. There's 15 questions, by the way. Question 1. Favorite animated movie from the decade you were born? Now, I actually had to go and look up what the animated movies were from the decade that I was born. I was born in 1969. And really from the 60s, I don't really think I saw an animated movie, or if I did, I didn't realize it was animated on the list I was looking at because I saw all the movies that came out in the 60s. So from the 70s, 69, so close to the 70s, and considering I was born on Christmas Eve, I can take 70s as my decade if I wanted to, and especially since these came out before 79. So yeah, these work. My number one favorite movie of Disney all time happened to come out in the 60s, and it's The Rescuers. I just loved The Rescuers. And when I think about it, it might be one of the first movies my mom ever took me to see. But I'm not positive about that because Peter Pan came out in the 70s as well. And I think Peter Pan came out before The Rescuers. And I know they took us to see Peter Pan as well. I remember being in the movie house and for Peter Pan when I was little. I remember being in the movie house also for Lady and the Tramp. And I didn't check to see when Lady and the Tramp came out. So I don't know if that would fit in there or not. That was also one of my favorite movies when I was growing up, when I was little. Just loved Lady and the Tramp. So, but Rescuers has always been my favorite movie. And the funny thing about it, I don't think I own a copy of it. So, yeah, I got Disney Channel now, so I need to go and see if they have The Rescuers and watch it because I just love it. As I said, love it. Number two, favorite live action movie from the decades you were born. And I went to check and see what the live action movies were. And Escape to Witch Mountain was in the 70s. And I loved it. I loved all of the escape from movies. My brother and I would be glued to them. My mom took us to see all of them. I remember going to the movie theater to watch all of them. So, yeah, Escape to Witch Mountain. Favorite live action? No, that's the same one. Which movie do you think is overrated? Huh. You know what? I'm not sure which one I think is overrated. Maybe, I'm not going to think of the name of it now. Maybe I can see the hero in my Hercules. Maybe Hercules. I was not a big fan of it. I know I watched it, but I couldn't tell you a thing about it. And I know I watched it more than once because that came out when my daughter was younger, and I know that I saw it over and over and over again for a while, and I just couldn't get into it. Um, which movie do you think is underrated? I don't know which one I think is underrated. Maybe The Rescuers because not a lot of people know about it. And sometimes I think Up because there are a lot of people who don't understand the movie, but I love that movie. Um, when the old man is all upset and cranky, and the reason he's upset and cranky is because he lost his wife. I mean, that is a tried and true story that happens all of the time. And then this boy comes into his life, and his life changes after that. He finds a purpose. So yeah, I mean, so many times you hear of people dying when they lose their loved ones or getting, especially couples who have grown old together, you know. So yeah, maybe Up. Um I keep going back to the numbers that I'd already been to. Number five, who is your favorite sidekick? Did I write anything down for five? No, I did not write anything down for five. My favorite sidekick would have to be have an S on the end, and that would be Bruno and oh, what was her name from the Rescuers? I don't think I just think they would be the best friends to have. Hold on one second, okay? I am back. I put you on pause. I went to find out her name and then I remembered it right before I had to look it up. Bianca. And actually, I guess they're the heroes, so they're not actually the sidekick, but the pelican was the sidekick, and he was hilarious. And was he a pelican or an ostrich or I can't remember now. Big white bird, the one that they flew on. Oh, and I'm not going to think of his name. Who was the bird in the rescues? It's been a while since I've watched it. I am definitely gonna have to see if it's on the Disney Channel. Wilbur, yes. And he was an albatross. That is right, because he says, the albatross here at your command, and I am here for your flying duties. Get yourself strapped in. I just loved him. And he was named after Orville Wright, which, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I love, absolutely love Orville. He is so funny. Um, Besides him, I guess I would like Flounder on The Little Mermaid, and the mice in Snow White, Cinderella. I'm getting my I'm getting my princesses mixed up. The mice in Cinderella, I think they are the best sidekicks as well. So I don't have like a sidekick, I have sidekicks. So yes, yes, yes. I mean, and there are so many good ones. The Genie and Aladdin. It's just so hard. But my absolute favorite is Wilbur from The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the paper that I put some answers on and not the questions themselves. Uh, which pet would you choose to be your own? Which pet would I choose to be my own? I'm trying to think of movies where they had pets. Um, well, Benji from the movie Benji. Oh, I love Benji. I absolutely adore the Benji movies. I would want Benji. I asked my mom, can we save Benji? Can we get Benji? I don't know how many times when I was little I wanted a Benji dog so badly. Um, what other pets? The mice. The mice from Cinderella. I would love to have them as my pets. The Dalmatians. I wanted all 101 of them. I mean, who didn't? The cats from Aristocrats. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Um, I loved all the Disney animals. So, uh, favorite villain. Let me see. I do think I wrote this one down, but maybe not. Yes. My favorite villain goes back to the Rescuers, which is Madame Medusa. I just thought she was mean as could mean, and she reminded me of Little Orphan Annie, the movie Annie, and the villain in there. And from the one that is one of my favorite ones to watch was Carol Burnett played um, orphan, the woman in charge of the orphanage. And then the one after Madame Medusa would have to be Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I I don't like watching her all the time when she's singing, but I would just get that ooh feeling from her and Maleficent. So yeah, there's some good villains. Um, who do you think is the baddest baddie? Who is the baddest villain? Madame Medusa by far. How mean she is. Oh my goodness. How terrible. But then you have Cruella who's trying to kill the cat or kill the dogs. No, you don't hurt dogs. You don't hurt children. So yeah, I think those two are the baddest villains because they do what I think is the most despicable thing ever, which is hurting animals and hurting children. So, da 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 da. Who is the lamest villain? Do I have somebody on here on this one? Lamest. Yes. My A number one lamest villain is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Don't like him. Think he's stupid. He's extremely stupid. Can't think for himself. Just thinks, oh, I'm so handsome. Got the biggest case of narcissism around. and thinks that Belle is his because she's the most beautiful. No, Belle has a mind of her own. She can choose who she wants. Be gone. Just be gone. Out of my face. Go away. Yes. The lamest by far. I don't think there's another one that I can even put Gaston or I just think he's the lamest. Okay. What's the best villain song? Um, I do like Poor Unfortunate Souls that Ursula sings. Now, I do think it goes on a little too much, but I do like Poor Unfortunate Souls. Um, trying to think. I don't think I really know of another quote villain song that I can even remember that pops off the top of my head. Because a lot of the villains, I mean, some of them sang, and even though they're in Disney musical movies and stuff, not a lot of the villains actually sang, or I'm just not remembering them singing. It just may be my memory. Um, which character would you want to be your best friend? Did I write this one down? No, I did not. But again, I would love to be best friends with the mice, Bianca, and now I'm not thinking of the guy's name, and I said it, boom, just like that earlier. I just I love them. I just love the mice. I just so much. Um, who else? Um, I love Evan Rude. I'd love to be friends with Evan Rude, the dragonfly from Rescuers Down Under. He is so cool. I would love to be friends with Flounder. Um, Bernard, Bernard and Bianca. That's the name of the guy, the male mouse, Bernard. Um, I would love to be friends from the brother and sister from Witch Mountain. Love to. So again, I could name off a whole bunch more, but I'm going to go on to the next one. Which voice actor slash movie actor slash actress would you most like to meet? I would love to meet Julie Andrews, and I would also like to meet Tim Allen and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is one of my absolute favorite actors. I would love to meet him in a heartbeat. And it's not possible, but I would have loved to have met Robin Williams. I love him so much. So from Mary Poppins, Julie Andrews. She's done some voiceovers, I think, in other ones as well. And if I had to put it down to two, it would be Julie Andrews and Tom Hanks. But if I can do more, I would add Tim Allen on there. And I would absolutely, if I could meet Robin Williams somehow, some way, I would love to. Which, no, I just did that one. Favorite film soundtrack. Now, this one was kind of easy for me. There's a couple of them that I like, but Tarzan, by far, is my favorite film soundtrack. And I can say that because my daughter and I went to see the movie. And it's the first time ever in my life that as soon as we left that movie, we went straight to the store and got the soundtrack. And her and I played it over and over and over. Whenever I was in the car, she'd say, Mom, put it in, please. Mom, Mom. She was younger when it came out. She was still little. I mean, she wasn't a toddler anymore, I don't think. I think she's past that stage. It was just, Mom, yes. I don't know. Maybe she was still a toddler. You know what? I'm going to put you guys on pause again because that's something that's going to bug me. Yes, she was definitely still a toddler. It came out in 99 and she was born in 97. So she was either one or two when it came out. I didn't see what month it came out. So yes, she was definitely a toddler. She loved the movie. She danced in the aisles. That's what she did when she was little. If she loved the movie, she would dance in the aisles. I would find a time to go during the day when there weren't many people there. We saw one of the first showings of Tarzan, but we went during the day, so there weren't a ton of people there. And she could dance and sing. I can remember when we went to see Fantasia, she did the same thing. And that is my second soundtrack, Fantasia. I can't remember if I bought it, but I know that on one of the music things that you could do online, I think I found it actually on my iTunes. I got some of the music for free, or somebody sent me the album or something because I remember playing Fantasia for her too because she literally got up, and that was one of the first times. I don't know if we saw that one before. I think we saw that one before Tarzan. And there was literally only, there was another mother with her child, and I think there was a couple there. And Emily just got up in the aisle and danced and danced and danced and danced and had such a fun time. So, yes, I have so many fond memories of Disney movies from when I was little, but some of my fondest are when I took Emily to see them when she was little. And Tarzan is my number one favorite memory from when she was little. That one in Fantasia. Um, and then the other soundtrack that I also like is The Lion King because she loved that one too. There are certain ones in there that I think that's another one I had to keep in the car at all times because she always wanted to hear it. The number one that would be played over and over and over in the car was Tarzan. I mean, to the point that I think we actually may have worn out the video cassette, the cassette tape, and had to go and buy another one. And then the funniest movie. I think the funniest movie is Aladdin. Robin Williams just made me laugh so much in that movie. And then Toy Story with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks. I mean, who could not laugh with them? Um, and The Lion King. The Lion King. Pumbaa and Timon. I mean, come on now. Who couldn't laugh at them and their antics? And then the last one, which scene always makes you cry? There are two movies with scenes that always make me cry. And the first one is The Rescuers. And of course, you got to realize I saw this when I was little, and they didn't bring it back out until I was much older. So my memories were always from when I was little. And when I saw that movie, I cried and cried and cried. And I think we went to see the movie, I don't know how many times before they vaulted it up. Um, I think it was out. I can't tell you for how long it was out, but I know my mother took me to see it at least somewhere between two and four times because I loved it so much. And back, when we were little, they didn't always bring the movies out, but I want to say, because they used to have the Wonderful World of Disney movies that came out on Sundays, that it may have come out on a Sunday where they showed it on there, because they used to show the animated movies on that every once in a while. And yeah, I think I got to see it on there too. And I always cry in the orphanage scene where Penny is crying because somebody else got picked by parents and she was still left there alone. It is just heart-wrenching. And then the other one that I always cry on is Tarzan. At the beginning when they show his parents and then they show the attack that happens and that the baby is there by himself and crying always makes me cry. Always. So yeah, those are the two that always make me cry. So let's move on from that. And I do need to find something else on my phone that I want to talk to you about. I'm going to do the talking first and then we will get on to that. Oh, and it came right up when I opened up my Facebook. Um, For those of you who know me, I love to give back. I love to give back anywhere I can. You know that I'm giving back with the cat toys. Um, I used to give back with another organization that, for personal reasons, I cannot support them anymore. Um, but my friend and I may start something up like the blessings page on our own at some point in time. Um, and one of the places that I love to give back to when I can is St. Jude. There are so many fundraisers around here. The country music stations support St. Jude. So many places. Well, St. Jude is having a challenge, and it's called the Knit Challenge. Well, I sent a message to customer service because I was kind of upset because I'm like, why do knitters get to belong in this, but crocheters don't? You know, all the times that you go into some of the little yarn shops where they have knitting classes only and not crochet, until somebody enlightens them. Knitters don't have to hate crocheters, and I don't believe that all knitters do hate crocheters anymore. But I can remember that when I was younger, going into places and being like, "You don't belong because you crochet, you don't knit." Um, and I have other reasons that I'm put out there. I mean, I don't belong because I'm HIV positive. Hello. I've been told that in quite a few different places. I didn't belong in a church that I went to once they found out that I was HIV positive. That's why I loved my church so much that I ended up in. Um, yeah, I deal with that enough because of my health. I don't need to deal with it because of my craft and voice. So I wrote them and I was like, it's nice and all that you're doing this, but don't you think that it should be like a knit and crochet challenge? And they're like, oh, actually, all crafts are welcome. And would you please, look into it and sign up with us? And I was like, sure, I want to support your cause and I will. I'll go, I'll sign up. I'm like, may want to change the name in the future. So we'll see if they ever change the name. It would be nice if they would. I told them I'd bring it to my channel and I'd tell you guys about it. But of course, I'm going to tell you that, yeah, it upsets me that it's just the knit challenge. Um, and once I got into the page, which is a private page for the people who want to do this challenge, which they're going to, if you say you're interested, they're going to accept you. Um, I see that there are a lot of crocheters in there. Now, most of them are in there because they are bistitual, so they knit also. Others are there because they heard of the challenge and like one of them had accidentally got a knit pattern instead of a crochet pattern for something she wanted to do. So she learned how to knit specifically for the challenge. So the challenge comes up in March. And here's what you need to do if you want to join in and be a part of this challenge, because I wasn't sure exactly what the challenge was. So I had to find the directions. So I found them and I thought I would let you guys know. Challenge instructions. This challenge is a chance to share your knitting/crocheting. Now, here they put knitting/crocheting. But again, had I not been told, I would not have known that crocheting was allowed. Skills to progress with your friends and family. They support your project in St. Jude by donating to your fundraiser. Start and finish at least one project in March if possible. Try pacing yourself. Example, plan a project that would take around 30 minutes in a day. You can start early if you would like. Don't worry if you can't finish the project. Choose your own project. Project suggestions: a blanket, a coaster, a pot holder, a dishcloth, a scarf, etc. So basically anything you want to make. You can keep your project, raffle it off to donors, or donate it locally. The opportunities are endless. Now, I think I know what I'm going to do, but I'm not positive. I believe, well, because I already know that Oh, and I wanted to show you also something else when I'm done here, and it's what I'm going to talk about right now. I know that I started making a shawl, and I started making it because it's oh, Springs. Oh, I forgot the name of the shawl. Oh my goodness. Something Tempest shawl. I can't believe I forgot the whole name. Wow. Anyway, it's by Spring the Fiber Enthusiast. And I'm making the shawl with a friend. We're both making it together. Actually, tonight we're going to work on it probably when I'm done here. We're working on it on my selfish Saturdays, and we're actually working on it more. And I do need to find time to really work on squares for my daughter's blanket as well. So I don't know. We may not work on it tonight. I may tell her I really need to work on squares tonight, and we can work on it maybe tomorrow. Um, anyway, I'll have to make that decision when I get off of here or see exactly how she's feeling and what she wants to do. So I'm already making that in March because spring is the she's on Crafty and Kitty's channel. She is the designer of the month. So yeah, since it happens to be in March, it might be that shawl, but I'm making that shawl for me. So I don't think that's what I'm going to use for sorry, I'm trying to look up the shawl and now I can't find it. For the St. Jude stuff, I think what I'm going to do is do pet toys and see how many I can get made in the month. So not just work on them on Fridays like I've been doing, but see how many I can get made in the month, especially since April is one of the dates is in April that they need them for. So so yeah, I think I'm going to do the pet toys, and that way I'm making something that I'm already donating to a good cause. I think that would be a good thing. So so yeah, think about it and think about if you want to join in and add your own stuff and, all of that. And let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're going to do it. And if you're going to do it, let me know what you're working on. What your project is going to be for March. I would love to know. That would be great. And I'm trying to find this shawl really first. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put you on pause again. This is a pausey night. I'm back, and it is called the Turbulent Sky Shawl. I cannot believe I spaced on that. Oh my goodness. I've been working on it, and I love it so much, and it's so gorgeous. I actually went on Facebook last night to find pictures of it because I'm just not close enough to the pictures on the on YouTube where she does the I just want to call them testimonials. The oh goodness, whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, where she teaches you. Goodness. My brain is not with it tonight. I cannot remember anything. And I'm not putting you on pause one more time to go and think of what it is. It's not a testimonial. It's teaching. I know you guys are screaming it at me right now, and my brain just cannot remember what it is. So I will find out in a minute because tutorial. There we go. It's a tutorial. Anyway, here is what I have done so far. And I meant to take a picture of it while it was still light out today, and I did not get it out. I did take a picture of it last night, so because this is the end of part one's tutorial. That is where this is the end of part one. And we're starting part two tonight. So I am so excited. It is so pretty. If we work on it tonight, we're starting in part 2. I think we are. We are planning on it, but I'm taking a lot longer than I had planned on to get back with her as well. I wanted to get with her right after my husband went to work, and that was like 3.5 hours ago. So let's get this bad boy opened. I just flashed my address to you. And see what colorway we got. As pretty as that pink was. Now, they told me just to throw away the pink, that they would not expect it back. Now, I did take and I used something that would kill the mold on it. I figured since it was cotton, it could handle that. Somebody told me to use Lysol, disinfect it. I disinfected it. But I had some essential oils here that kills mold, and I know it kills mold, and it smells much better than Lysol. So I used it, and then I used a sandalwood wash that I got in a mystery box from Kirchner's before. Either that or I bought it from Kirchner's. Anyway, it came from Kirchner's, and I used that in there. See what we got now. Ooh, that is pretty. Browns and grays, and it looks like there's pink in there. That is gorgeous. So yes, I'm waiting for the skeins to dry because I wash them just like this in the skeins, and I put them in a bag. Oh, I can tell the difference right away. Because remember, I told you that the other one was just so stiff, and I couldn't understand why it was so stiff. Well, it must have been stiff because there was mold in it. This is soft. Oh, this, I mean, as soft as it can, as this cotton can be, since it's 100% cotton and it's not mercerized cotton. And it has no smell, not like the other one that I thought smelled like plastic at first, and then I just started getting all verklempt. So much better. Love it. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love, 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 love. The thing is, the other ones, they're all dry on the outside, but the inside is still wet. I'm hoping that it doesn't end up staying wet for so long that it develops more mold, because that would not be good. Yep. That is all that is in here except for my zero and then all of my advertisements that they sent me. And this is the same one that was in the last one. I am thrilled. Now, this will make some amazing cat toys, which is what it's intended for, which is what it was donated for. So, this would also make, I need to make my friend a bag holder, a plastic bag holder for her kitchen. This would make a nice one. I'm planning on using buttercream, but this would be a really nice one. So, okay, I am going to go so I can get this uploaded. I can get to work in with my friend, and I will talk to you guys later. So please remember you matter. Remember you're gorgeous. You're beautiful. I love you all. Always. And oh, before I go, I have found there is another content creator who lives near me. I am so shocked, and I just found him. It's a him, and I just started watching his channel. I'm going to look more into him, and I'm going to see if maybe he'll come on a live with me. I think that would be so much fun. Now, he is pretty well known. I just hadn't heard of him before. I'm not going to say his name right now. You'll find out if he agrees to come on a live with me. And yeah, I'm kind of excited. I was watching him earlier. I left a message that I was going to send him an email to ask him something. And I heard right back, he's like, oh, yes, please email me. So yeah, I can't wait. He has over 1,000 subscribers, which would be nice someday. I mean, you guys know being disabled and with this being my main thing that I do. And my stitch markers, which as of right now aren't going over that well, but I know part of it is because I don't have a blog up yet. Working on it, working on it. But I'm also trying to work on these lives and getting some content creators on here that you guys want to see. So if you have somebody you want to see, please leave it in the comments and I will look into it. I have already looked into a few people that people asked me about. One of them was Mama G. So, and Mama G said she would love to be on, except for she doesn't have Wi-Fi, so it won't work. So if Mama G ever gets in a situation where she can come on live with me, she said that she will let me know. Just let you guys know. And on that note, I'm out of here. Love you guys. Again, put down below. Oh, also, remember there's a hidden subscriber appreciation that went up last week. Only a couple people have entered. So go find where it is because it's going to be up in a couple days. Hint, hint, hint. I only gave it a week. Hint, 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 hint. Go find it and go answer it and get in it while you can. So, not a huge one. I'm giving away a pattern. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. And I'll see you later. Love you guys. Later. Oops. I forgot. I did a tag at the beginning, so I'm supposed to tag somebody to do this. Anybody who wants to do it, you're tagged. And most of the people that I would tag, I think, already are tagged. But just in case Ambi didn't tag you, Kaylin at Kay's Crochet Haven. I know she did Terry. I know she did Melfina's Magic. No catchy name. If you want to do this tag, and that's it for now. But I wanted to put this on at the end because, oops, I forgot again. I've been bad at that. See you later. You matter. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. I love you. Later.